lot of games based on TV and movies tend to suck. But these games defied expectations.
Sorry, Frodo. We don't play Dungeons and Douchebags.
Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we'll be counting down our list for the top 10 licensed video games. For this list, we ranked the best games licensed from movies, comics, and TV. We ranked them based on how good they are and how well they take advantage of their source material.
No!
Finally, we're sticking to one per franchise, and we're also excluding sports games, since we already have a list for those.
Statement. Then that is all I need to know.
Number 10, Marvel vs. Capcom 2, New Age of Heroes. The concept of beloved Marvel comic book characters duking it out with Capcom's portfolio seems almost too good to be true, but this fighter perfects the idea. Its massive cast of 56 characters and fast-paced gameplay made it one of the finest fighting games ever made. As with its predecessors, you take part in 3-on-3 tag team fights with fan favorites like Spider-Man, Ryu, and even a Sentinel, with glorious, screen-filling attacks. Number 9, The Chronicles of Riddick, Escape from Butcher Bay.
Name's Riddick. Thinks his shit don't stink.
This first-person shooter was ignored by the majority of gamers when it was first released, thanks in part to its movie counterpart being rather forgettable.
It's time for you to earn me some money.
But they missed out on a fantastic stealth shooter. The game is a prequel to the first film, Pitch Black, and it involves the protagonist attempting to break out of a maximum security prison with a 0% escape rate.
Can't say I'm gonna miss you, Riddick.
Vin Diesel also reprises his role as the titular anti-hero to top off this awesome stealth action game, adding to the strong sense of authenticity.
You might want to be careful with that, Johns. You could hurt somebody.
Number 8, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Turtles in Time.
Hey, Krang, bring that statue back, you bloated beanbag!
Given that this side-scrolling beat-em-up has some amazing local multiplayer, licensed or not, there's no way we'd leave it off this list. The unforgettable co-op, allowing you to fight alongside your buddies at home, as well as the sweet ability to slam foot soldiers into the screen, gave it the edge over its original arcade predecessor. Its spot-on colorful graphics, catchy music, and overall atmosphere made it a must-play for all fans of the pizza-loving team. Number 7, South Park, Stick of Truth.
And kid, if you betray us, we'll tell everyone you're a butthole.
Despite being among the funniest shows ever made, it took a while for South Park to finally get a game worthy of its license.
Yeah, if you want to prove you aren't a conformist, then you need to look exactly like we do.
Showrunners Trey Parker and Matt Stone were directly involved in the development, and they created a hilarious story about a silent kid, one that Cartman nicknames Douchebag, who moves to town and gets involved in an absurd LARPing conflict.
You don't understand. The elves, they took the stick! And it's bullshit because that is totally cheating. We specifically said no trying to take the stick at night.
Faithful to the show's vulgar nature, right down to the perfectly recreated art style, it's packed to the brim with Easter eggs based on the show and other iconic video games. Number 6, Kingdom Hearts.
The Heartless? The ones who attacked you, you remember?
Those without hearts.
Going from South Park to Disney with a dash of Final Fantasy, only in a WatchMojo video.
You know what? I really don't know.
This series seemed risky back when it debuted, but it paid off. Essentially transplanting a Final Fantasy action RPG into the Disney realm, players get to hack and slash as a spiky-haired, androgynous protagonist and hang out with Goofy and Donald Duck at the same time.
McKee!
The franchise has since gained a huge cult following, who continue to follow its complex story no matter what system the series jumps to next.
Hey, aren't you guys forgetting about me?
Number 5, Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. There are so many amazing Star Wars games that would be worthy of this list. TIE Fighter, Rogue Leader, and Battlefront 2 all come to mind, but none of them were as great as BioWare's landmark RPG. Set over 4,000 years before the events of the film series, allowing for the studio to create its own continuity, its complex morality system allowed you to decide what type of Jedi you wanted to be. It also introduced unforgettable new characters to the franchise.
HK-47, please shoot me repeatedly there until I die.
Mixed in with a plot twist worthy of being one of the best in gaming. Number 4. DuckTales. Capcom produced a number of high-quality licensed games on Disney properties in the late 80s, but this was by far the best of the lot. Its colorful visual style and kid-friendly license made it a hit with younger gamers, but older players still had fun helping Scrooge McDuck find treasure thanks to the challenging gameplay, catchy soundtrack, and excellent level design. Some may say that it's a bit of a Mega Man ripoff, but it did it so well that nobody cared. Number 3. The Walking Dead Season 1.
Whoa, take it easy. We just want to help.
You can't.
This is a point-and-click adventure based on the hit show and comics, but it tells an original story with a new cast of survivors, and still recaptures the emotion found in the source material.
We are not responsible for every struggling survivor we come across.
Focusing on the gripping tale of Lee Everett and the adorable Clementine, the game allows moral decisions to carry over into later chapters, allowing for everyone's playthrough to be their own unique experience.
I couldn't leave her at the house alone.
She would have been better off!
Number 2. Batman Arkham City.
I know I'd want to know just what the hell is going on if I were you.
Between this game and its fantastic predecessor, Arkham Asylum, the latter title's massive scope in the open world easily takes the second slot. The title perfectly captures the dark tone of the comic books, and most importantly, lets you feel like the Dark Knight himself.
You're wrong, Raish. You've become what you've always fought against, and I will stop you.
There's nothing like the thrill of gliding over Gotham to swoop down on random thugs, while also taking on iconic DC villains with a vast array of bat gadgets. If only they could make more superhero games just like this.
Nighty night.
Before we get to our number 1, let's take a look at some honorable mentions.
Not again!
There will be more battles, Talion. But we will find our peace. I will tear your ship apart, piece by piece!
Number 1. GoldenEye 007. James Bond tops off our list with the first-person shooter that's not just the best licensed title of all time, but quite possibly one of the most memorable games ever built. It revolutionized FPSs on console thanks to its integration of stealth elements, cleverly designed campaign with numerous unlocks, and a fantastic split-screen multiplayer component. A mode that came to define local multiplayer as a whole. We'll never forget all the good times we had picking off our buddies, except for that one guy who was technically cheating because he picked Oddjob. Do you agree with our list?
Better luck next time.
What is your favorite licensed game?
I'm so tired of Nazi zombies. It's so overused.
For more inspired top 10s published daily, be sure to subscribe to WatchMojo.com.